General Mills is proud to have multiple facilities all over the state of Missouri. In fact, they're expanding in areas. In Joplin, they just launched a major expansion. But today we're zooming in up to Hannibal, Missouri to learn a little bit about some of the cool products they make up there and how they get the folds in tacos. Have you ever wondered why Old El Paso tacos are folded over and come ready to eat? You're going to find out soon with General Mills. Let's see inside General Mills.
Welcome to the General Mills Hannibal plant, Missouri Manufacturing Day Tour. Our story begins in 1972 when the facility first took root in America's hometown, Hannibal, Missouri. Originally known for producing Underwood Red Devil ham, its journey has since become a beacon of progress and purpose, marked by significant growth, tripling in size since 2002. Hannibal now stands as one of General Mills' largest sites in North America, with over 1,000 team members. The Hannibal team is a vital contributor to the success of General Mills' North American retail division, producing nearly 12% of its volume each year of General Mills household brands, such as Nature Valley, Betty Crocker, Old El Paso, and we are proudly the sole source producer of Progresso soup. The plant produces more than 372 individual finished good products across 16 production lines, and we manage more than 1,200 individual ingredient and packaging material codes across the site. Beyond its factory walls, the plant has forged impactful partnerships with numerous charitable organizations and environmental protectors. Together, they have worked towards positive change in our communities and in safeguarding our planet, with $250,000 in charitable contributions given each year. The journey of the Hannibal plant is not just a story of industry growth. It's a story of leading with safety, valuing people first, being a force for good in our communities, and fostering a culture of learning and belonging where everyone has a seat at our table. While there isn't enough time for this tour to show you each of our amazing production lines across our site, we are excited to showcase our Old El Paso hard shell taco lines today. So let's get started now.
There are many jobs needed to make the food people love. Operators work with the equipment and make sure settings are correct and make minor adjustments to keep the line running. They use HMI, human machine interfaces, to communicate with equipment. Maintenance mechanics fix equipment when it breaks and perform preventive maintenance to keep machines from breaking. They work with tools and drawings to disassemble and troubleshoot equipment to get to root causes and stop equipment from failing in the future. Team leaders are the connective tissue of a manufacturing plant. They work with everyone on the plant floor to ensure the line operates at top efficiency. Line team members study the overall performance of the line. They use data from downtime and efficiency to make decisions. Engineers have specialties including reliability, system, and project. They focus on long-term maintenance, performance goals, or capital investments. It's a complex process to make taco shells. Hannibal makes both stand-and stuff and round-bottom taco shells. The magic starts with the masa mixers, where 3 basic ingredients, water, corn masa, and salt, are mixed at high speed to create a homogeneous dough. Operators receive recommendations through artificial intelligence for batching ingredients. Dough is dropped into a dough trough, where it is then extruded over to the sheeters. Dough is received by the pre-sheeters from the dough trough. The dough is then sheeted and cut into uncooked tortillas. These corn tortillas are then moved through a conveyor and cooked at high temperatures. The outlet of the ovens produce a corn tortilla that is similar to products you can find in a grocery store, but this tortilla is still flexible due to the water in the shell.
Fun fact, every year the shells department uses 7 square miles of corn. That is equal to a football field worth of corn every 2.5 hours.
Robots place the corn tortilla into molds that create the shape for the hard shell. This is how flat bottom and round bottom shells differ. The flat bottom shells have a flat bottom mold. The fryer removes the remaining moisture to make a hard corn shell. The shells are then collected and nested. The nested shells are then wrapped, followed by a quick heating process to shrink the wrap around the shells. The shrink-wrapped, nested shells are then added to cartons by robots, along with a seasoning and sauce packet if the carton is a dinner kit. Cartons of shells are collected by a case packer and placed into a cardboard case.
Here's another fun fact. The shells department produces enough taco shells for 62 million taco parties. That's enough shells to wrap around the entire earth.
The finished cases are sent to a robotic palletizer. The palletizer is a smart robot that knows pallet patterns and can automatically determine where to put every case. Finished pallets are transported, plastic wrap for safe travel, then shipped out to customers.
And that's it. Let's go to our team and answer some of your questions that you have about General Mills.
Wow, I'm getting hungry already. And I think tacos are in line for dinner tonight, that's for sure. Well, with us right now from Hannibal, Missouri is the General Mills team. Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you, and then you introduce your team, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for joining us for Manufacturing Day 2023.
All right, so Stacy Giltner, HR manager here at our Hannibal facility. I'm going to let our team introduce themselves, but we've got a wide variety of different careers and operating departments. And so I'm curious to see what questions you have about what products we make or what jobs are like here in Hannibal. And like Brian said, we have 5 plants in the state of Missouri right now. So we're proud to be all over the state of Missouri making lots of different products for General Mills.
So my name is Adriana Price. I'm a food safety and quality engineer. I've been with the company for 6 months, and my favorite General Mills product is our Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Chris Harlow, maintenance team leader, currently in the bars department. Been here a little over 20 years. Favorite product is Honey Nut Cheerios.
I'm Haley Wiley. I am a team leader in the warehouse. I've been here for about 4.5 years, and my favorite product is probably the tortillas.
I'm Brandon Hoskins. I'm just a plain operator. I've been here for about 8 years. I really do enjoy my job, and my favorite product is probably taco shells. Or I like the Nature Valley bars too. Pretty good.
So here at Hannibal, we make Nature Valley Chewy Bars, Progresso Soup. We're the sole source provider for Progresso, so every can is made here in Hannibal. Our hard shell taco, soft shell taco, and then we have Betty Crocker potatoes and rice that we make here.
All right, great. Stacy, love it. Haagen-Dazs, my favorite food group out of that one, right there. So I know it's for dinner. Tacos and Haagen-Dazs ice cream for dessert. Kind of walk through, some of the things that you have on the floor. I would imagine automation has been really key to some of the successes for that plant. Describe a little bit about some of the automation pieces that you have there.
Sure. I think you saw in the video one of our newest pieces, was the robot there that was stacking in our shells department. I'll let Brian speak, but I think we also have one now here in the annex, as well as several other case packers and different things that we have across the site as we continue to look at automating different things.
Yeah, I would say General Mills, our mission, of course, is to deliver the highest quality food and the safest quality food possible. Adriana can speak, of course, on that. But overall, we want to reduce the number of touches it takes for a human to make your foods. That way, when it's delivered to you, you know you can trust us. You know it's going to be tasty. And specifically with tacos, we're going to have a solid crunch, and it's going to melt like, you know, the cheesiest texture in your taco.
Fantastic. So, kind of for Brandon and Chris, maybe, you know, what does a really good day look like on the production floor?
Just everything running smooth, people getting along like they always do, and just taco shells coming on down fast. I mean, there's really not bad days if you come here with a good attitude.
What else makes for a good, I mean, you mentioned it right there, good attitude. What are some other skills that you find are really important for working in production?
The biggest one's going to be your attitude. You have a good attitude about things. If it's going bad, you know, everybody's working together to get it fixed and get the shells going back down the line safely, you know?
Yeah. Human safety, food safety, you know, protect our team, protect our brands, and then protect our environment. And so we always want to make sure that everything we do is rooted in those things, to produce high quality, safe foods, to make sure that every person who buys our product enjoys it, and that knows that what they're getting is the top quality.
Excellent.
From a maintenance standpoint, you know, so if production is running well, then that allows us to plan ahead. So you constantly are planning ahead to get your work done. As you see and talk about PMs, preventative maintenance. So we're constantly looking at that, you know, anywhere from weeks to months ahead, right? So you have to plan out the stuff, have your parts ready, your labor ready, all that stuff. So if the line's running well, that allows us to focus on that. And instead of being reactive, then we can do planned maintenance, and it just kind of comes all the way around, and again allows us to run better.
So Chris, on that, do you have to shut down the factory in order to do that preventative maintenance, or can you do it while the production line's still operating?
So we do have some PMUs, which is uptime PMs, but then we do have downtimes, and so those downtimes, they'll be coordinated with quality production. Everybody will be involved, and it'll be planned out. Like right now, we're working on our 2024 calendar, so we try to stay that far ahead, and that way we can coordinate resources and parts. So parts availability is a big thing. If you're going to wait till the last minute, you're going to be out of luck on some of your electronics and instrument devices.
Fantastic. Well, we got a ton of questions that are coming in, so I'll go ahead and pitch them over to you, and then you guys just take them as they come. So first one is, so question from Kelly High School in Benton, Missouri. What is the average salary of an employee there? Stacy?
It varies by position, but you know, it depends on operator all the way up to plant manager. So on average, for your first year of employment as an operator, you're probably going to make roughly, you know, $50,000 to $55,000, and with the potential to make more with overtime. And then, of course, your pay will increase over time as well. And so our top out pay for operators is after 1 year.
Okay.
So, you know, it ranges kind of all over the place.
And I would imagine there's a lot of advancement opportunities within the company.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the great thing about who's sitting here. I think every one of us has come from the production floor, or almost. And so lots of different skill sets. If you want to continue your education, if you want to get your education and come in, we need maintenance, we need engineers, we need team leaders, we need warehouse. There's all kinds of different skills and capabilities. And if you don't have them when you come in the door, we'll help you get them for sure.
Fantastic. Another question came in. Barnwell Middle School in St. Charles asked, do all of your production machines use AI?
No.
I'll take that question. No, we're just getting into the realm of AI and exploring and determining the capabilities. I'd say a lot of cool science has changed when it comes to manufacturing the use of artificial intelligence, but we're definitely looking to expand that and make everyone's jobs easier.
Fantastic. And another question, this is actually about some of the food products. themselves. Miss Camp's class asks, I know that you have several items that are labeled gluten-free. What precautions does your line and team take to ensure its safety for buyers with celiac disease? Oh, good question.
Great question. So that's what our food safety and quality team is always very conscious of. Our entire goal and our entire mission is to make sure that our food is safe and of the highest quality. So that translates in a manufacturing environment all the way to our production and how we schedule things even. So our sanitation schedules are very cognizant, of allergens and how we schedule those things out, and then also going through validated sanitation cycles. So we work with our corporate resources up in Minneapolis to use some of their science and their research capabilities to make sure that we're using the correct chemicals, we are using the right, the rinse cycles are long enough and everything like that. So there's certainly a lot of resources and a tremendous amount of support within General Mills to ensure that, our food is the safest possible for our consumers.
Excellent.
I was just going to say to add on to that, even with the sourcing of the ingredients that we use and where it comes from, to make sure that it meets all the standards and requirements that our consumers want, for sure.
Excellent. Great answer. Here's a softball question for you. What happens to the broken taco shells?
It depends on where they get broken and how they get broken. So, if they're cracked before they go in a box, then those are usually, they go into, animal feed or other waste. If it happens downstream, there's a smash box. We donate a lot of product as well. So it could go to the food bank. So it just depends on when it happens and where we are in the process.
So if it's just like 1 or 2 taco shells in a box, then more than likely that'll get donated to a food bank or something. Excellent.
Yep.
Okay, one last question. Does General Mills own your farms that you source the corn and other ingredients from? Good question,
General Mills, yep, it is a good question. I don't believe that we own any of the actual farms, but we do have partnerships with agriculture and with our agriculture friends across the states. And so we make sure that we are working with those guys to have the highest quality ingredients, but also to help them, regenerative agriculture, put things back in the soil, so that what we're taking out for our products, we're able to help them put back in. So we don't own them, but we have lots of partnerships across the US for our different products, whether it be corn, flour, wheat, beans, all of that. So.
Wow, that's great. It's good to see that you're also sourcing from the Midwest and from Missouri. So that's, always a favorite for our ag folks, and definitely for Governor Parson, who has a farm down in the southwest corner of the state. So, well, with that said, hey, General Mills, thank you so much. We could go on. There's actually a ton more questions in there, but we got to roll on to our next Manufacturing Day site tour. So thank you so much for joining us.